If you don't love Baton Rouge, that's because you don't know Baton Rouge. And if you don't know Baton Rouge, you're about to. I'm Brandy B. Harris. This is Love 225. Welcome to Love 225, where we are all about the color and culture of the capital city. And of course, this week we've got some sweet music, some sweet treats, and some super special guests. Can't wait to share it all with you. But first, we're going to the disco, but it's not in the 70s. This boogie is actually on Government Street, and it's called D.I.Y disco. Owner and creator Chloe McMahon is a full-time engineer and part-time crafter, and she's using those skills to give Midtown a fun and crafty way to have a good time. This is so much fun in MidCity. Then, say cheese. We're introducing you to a cool and mobile way to take some new professional photos. So whether it's for company headshots or senior portraits, this father and daughter run business is pulling up to you to snap your picture. And we are going inside the truck and sitting down with the photographer behind this whole new concept. Then take a look at this. Yes, honey. Do you have a sweet tooth like I do? Well, today's special guest is going to show us how she makes some of the best sweet treats in all of the capital city. Cupcake Junkie on Coursey Boulevard is a favorite for many, including me. We've got the head baker here to talk sweets, Mother's Day treats, and so much more. She's here in the Love 225 studio to talk to us. And that's all going to be coming up in our Red Stick Greasy Spoon segment. You do not want to miss it. But first, we're stopping in MidCity for one of the newest additions to Baton Rouge. If you've ever attended a paint and sip style party, well, this is similar, but absolutely not the same. This time we're sipping and crafting where no two projects are the same, but the soundtrack is very, very groovy. What is D.I.Y disco? What do you do here?
D.I.Y disco is an arts and crafts bar where you and your friends can come in and choose what craft you want to do that day and follow a step-by-step photo tutorial and craft at your own pace. I thought of D.I.Y disco while I was quarantined during the pandemic. Back then, I was working in the oil and gas industry, and I didn't know if that was what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, so I knew that I wanted to own my own business. And my mom's an art teacher, and we also she grew up making all of my Halloween costumes, and she also loves to throw parties. And so I inherited both of those, skills and hobbies. And so during the pandemic, I was also watching a lot of Mamma Mia, and I came up with the idea to have an arts and crafts bar that is disco themed, and people can come in and have a great time and jam out to some disco while they're crafting and drinking and partying. So we have two types of people that come in. We have people that come in and they're hanging out with their friends and they're having a good time and partying, and they love it and they're having so much fun. And then the other type of person we have that comes in is people that silently sit and do their crafts, and they're like, I feel so relaxed. Both types of people love it, and they always tell me that they're so glad that I'm here and they want to come back, and so it's been great.
People come, if I come in like when I came a few weeks ago, if you come on a double date or a triple date or a group date, does everybody have to make the earrings?
No, everybody gets to choose their own craft that they want to do. We do not offer classes. So people come in, everybody chooses something different. We have all of the supplies for you and the instructions on how to do it, and you craft at your own pace. You do not have to be good at art to come to D.I.Y disco.
Say it again.
You don't have to be good at art. And I would not even call myself an artist. I'm a crafter, and crafts are different than art. You don't have to come in and have this huge vision. You can come in and you can just make something that you think is gonna look pretty on your office wall. And all of the crafts, we give instructions, so you don't have to know how to do them beforehand. So you can learn while you're here, and if you don't like it, then you can redo it, and it's gonna be great, and you're gonna have a good time.
How did you choose this location? Why this spot?
I chose MidCity firstly because I love to hang out in MidCity. It's a great place to be. It's one of the only walkable areas in Baton Rouge. We're right between Radio Bar and Elsie's Plate and Pie. I love both of those places, and I thought that the people that were already in this area were the type of people that would want to come and hang out at D.I.Y disco anyway. I see us in the future going out and doing mobile parties or doing lots of theme nights where people come in and they get to do a special craft, or we have a special cocktail. And so just a lot of ways that I could expand in the future.
And you can visit Chloe and D.I.Y disco by scheduling a session Thursday through Sunday. For more information or to schedule your visit, you can head to DIYDiscoBR.com. When we return right here on Love 225, we're getting a sneak peek of some sweet treats for Mom this Mother's Day, and if you just want a snack. Yeah, we've got the lady behind Cupcake Junkie joining us to talk cupcakes, petit fours, and more. You do not want to miss it. That's right here, only on Love 225. And welcome back to Love 225. I'm Brandy B. Harris, and today we are joined by a sweet treat queen, Miss Robyn Mills, owner and baker at Cupcake Junkie. Thank you so much for joining us today, because this, if y'all could smell it, if we had smell-o-vision, then you would know how wonderful and sweet it smells in here. Now, Miss Robyn, I'm a fan. You know I'm a fan. I've been to Cupcake Junkie. Talk to me about the business and the establishment of the brand Cupcake Junkie, because I'm a junkie behind sweets.
Yes. Well, Cupcake Junkie started as an idea just to open up a cupcake bakery. I wasn't a baker at all. So over the next 5 years, I just researched, developed, trial and error in my own kitchen at home, trying to figure out how to make the best cupcake. I knew I wanted it to be light, moist, not overly sweet, but boldly flavored. So in 2014 is when I officially opened my business. So we're going on nearly 10 years in business now.
Yeah, what a blessing. So many small businesses don't make it to 9, 10 years, and I'm a fan. I'm not just telling y'all this before I even asked Ms. Robyn to come on the show. I've already been to Cupcake Junkie, whether it's for birthday parties, for holidays, or just for a sweet treat on a Saturday afternoon for myself. The cookies, the cupcakes, the decadent cupcakes. It's the details in the cupcakes. They're always so beautiful and picturesque. Talk to me about how you come up with the design of the cupcake to make them look so pretty.
Yes, well, I'm big on just organic, very natural decoration, nothing too over the top. I feel like it takes away from the taste. So with my cupcakes, you'll always be able to come in, look at it, and figure out what kind of cupcake it is. I know one of my niches in the market is creating kind of elaborate, fun cupcakes, things that are a little bit different that you don't see everywhere. For instance, we just had Cinco de Mayo, and for Cinco de Mayo, I did a strawberry margarita cupcake, and it was divine. Like, it sold out before 2 o'clock even hit. And it was a beautiful strawberry cupcake. I topped it with some tequila buttercream, like a margarita buttercream with the lime. I even had the details of the margarita salts on top, and there was a fresh lime and strawberry and a little pipette of just a little bit of Don Julio tequila, because what is a margarita without the tequila?
Top shelf only. I love that. And that's not the only original cupcake idea you have, but right now we're focusing on the moms. We're getting ready for Mother's Day. You brought us these nice pastel cupcakes. Talk to me about what people can go in there to run and grab for Mom, or maybe even for Dad for Father's Day. What can we expect?
Yes, well, for Mother's Day, we initially offered a Mother's Day brunch box, and that sold out really quickly. It was sweet potato biscuits, cheddar and chive biscuits, homemade cinnamon rolls, all packaged in a box. It was an assortment of treats for Mom. So that sold out. However, I'm now offering a Mother's Day treat box, which will come with 3 assorted cupcakes, 3 assorted cookies. There will be a bottle of sparkling apple cider in there, some Mother's Day charms that actually say Happy Mother's Day in acrylic, some fresh flowers on top of the on top of the cupcakes, as well as some candy and things in the box. So that is what I have available, as well as just 6 packs of cupcakes with fresh flowers and the Mother's Day charms. So for those last-minute shoppers, you can come into the shop and you can pick something like that up.
So if you're a last-minute shopper, I'm often a last-minute shopper. This is really a note to my husband, because I'm sure he's going to be a last-minute shopper. But you're open on the weekends, and they can stop in and just get cupcakes. And I promise you, Mom will not be disappointed with just cupcakes, because it's not just chocolate, it's not just vanilla, it's not just the chocolate chip cookies or the pecan cookies. You got my favorite as well.
Yes, the salted caramel cupcake.
Yes, it is. It is very popular, right?
Yes, that is one that people love. They just can't resist that drizzle. It's the drizzle that gets
And by people, she means Brandy B, because Brandy B happily pulls up to Corsi Boulevard to get some of those salted caramel cupcakes. Thank you so much for joining us at Cupcake Junkie BR. That's on Instagram if you want to see the latest releases. Every week she has something new and original and fresh, and I promise you will not be disappointed. Ms. Robyn, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
And I can have some of these, right? I can share some of these?
Definitely. This is for you.
See?
And the crew.
This is for me and the crew. Now, when we return, we're going to show you a photography studio that's coming to you. So we're gonna hop in and take a look at this photo truck, and we'll tell you how it's revolutionizing picture taking right here in the capital city. That's all next on Love 225. Take a look at this. Roll the footage. Nate Bell and his daughter Nadia have a revolutionary idea for taking their mobile photo business on the road. Take a look at this. You're seeing it right here. Yeah, they're taking photography skills, putting it inside of a vehicle and bringing it straight to you. Their photo truck is a cool way to snap a pic, entertain your guests, or maybe even get a new headshot. And joining me, the man with the plan, Mr. Nate Bell, is here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
So first, talk to us about this idea. I think it's really cool that you could bring a photography studio where the people are. Talk to me about how you came up with this.
So I've been a photographer since 2001, and I've had this idea off and on to make my services mobile, but I worked a full-time job. I retired last year, and I said, hey, let's go for it. So we built this truck out. We actually just finished it last month in April. So that's kind of where it started. We're brand new, and we're trying to get it going.
I love that this is like a father-daughter business. Talk to me about how Nadia plays her role with this as well.
So Nadia's still a student at LSU right now. She has been giving me ideas, and she's kind of my marketing person in my ear and tell me, Daddy, do this, Daddy, do that. But she's going to join me as soon as she can kind of get freed up. She's got a little time left in school yet, so that's kind of where it started, and that's where we got it going.
Well, she's got a part of it, so she's doing the marketing. So talk to me about how it works. So, you know, a company has booked you, you bring your van. Walk us through the process.
So the truck has several purposes. Right now, we can do mobile headshots, we can do product, we can do corporate branding, but we also do some fun stuff. We have a photo booth that's mounted inside the truck that we could take to parties. It's a gear hauler. We can haul equipment to regular photo shoots. So it runs the gamut. I mean, we do a lot of things with this truck.
And so, like, let's say you were to show up somewhere and start doing headshots for a company party. About how many headshots could you take with the truck in about an hour or so?
So in an hour, we could probably do 20 to 25 people. And it just depends. We use the truck as the actual studio, but we also set up in your location, boardrooms or whatever. But inside the truck itself, we can do maybe 25 in an hour.
So talk to me about how you expect for this to grow. Like, what should people know? They've never heard of a photography truck. Obviously, photographers travel and they're mobile, right, and they go places. But if you bring a mobile studio, how do you sell it to people? What would be your message to them if they had never heard of this before?
So the big thing for the mobile studio right now is we can go to companies that have a small group of team members. We're really less disruptive on their time. We can get them in and out and not disrupt their day, and they can keep their business going. As far as where we plan to go in the future, wow, it's up there. I have a desire to help other creatives, whether it be kids or adults, learn and have access to gear and stuff. So I'm looking forward to just the future in general.
And what's your favorite aspect of, I know it took a lot of time. We'll show the people some of those pictures and videos of, creating and taking it from being a van into a mobile studio. But what's like your favorite feature on that side?
Just my work desk, having somewhere to work from mobily. I can set my computers up and have somewhere to mount lights, and it's just a fun place to work. It's a whole lot better than just driving around in my car.
Yeah, editing and everything, you can do all that in there?
Right.
Super cool.
Right.
Okay. Well, Nate Bell, Nadia's going to have to join us next time to talk to us about the marketing plan behind the photo truck. And if people wanted more information about the photo truck, where do they go?
You can find me on Instagram. It's Prep Graphics with an X at the end, or you can call us at 225-347-8140.
Perfect. Prep Graphics. Nate Bell, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Well, still to come. You don't want to go away. You know we've got more to come right here on Love 225. We're going to play a special game with our guests. You going to stick around and play a game with us? Sure. Okay, we're going to play a game. We'll be right back with much more of Love 225. And we're back. Welcome to Love 225. I'm Brandy B. Harris. In today's segment of Toby the Judge, we're introducing our guests again to some new local concepts, and they'll let us know if they're giving it a 10 or if it's a hard chop. And joining me today, photographer extraordinaire, Mr. Nate Bell, and of course, the Cupcake Junkie queen, Miss Robyn Mills. Thank y'all so much for sticking around to play a quick game with us. So we want your hot takes. Okay, don't hold back. We want to know exactly what you think, okay? So let's show them the first one. Now, according to a report published by the World Economic Forum, 14 million jobs could disappear in the next 5 years as more companies adopt advanced technology like AI. We've been talking a lot about artificial intelligence, and the fastest declining jobs are secretarial, bank tellers, cashiers, all that kind of stuff. But that also includes photography being affected. Take a look at this. Sony World Photography Awards this winning entry to their creative photo category. Take a look at it. The plot twist was the actual artist, Boris Eldegassin, turned down the win, saying this photo you see right here was actually created through an AI image generator. Isn't that cool? The photo is beautiful. So how do we feel about AI photography? I've even seen people can have AI headshots. They can take me and turn me into, you know, Joan of Arc or any number of people throughout history, but with my face, I don't know. It hasn't been accurate, and I don't like the way my face is represented through the AI technology. How do we feel about AI photography?
I'll give it a hard chop.
Hard chop. Robyn said hard chop. She wasted no time.
Definitely.
Why a hard chop?
Because to me, photography is creative, and you need a person with a heart and a soul and a passion to express that creativity. And you can't do that with a computer or AI.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Nate, what you say? You the photography expert. What you think?
Hard chop.
Hard chop.
Yeah,
You gotta give the people a chop.
Oh, hard
chop.
chop.
I
Yeah.
love it. Why?
I agree with everything Miss Robyn just said. It's not real. I mean, just point blank, it's not real. Some of it's kind of cool looking, I'll admit, but it's just not real.
I think it's cool looking to take something and maybe edit it, but I like to get a human person's eye to capture what they see. You know, that's a cool thing. Well, we're all counting down to Mother's Day and Father's Day as well, and we all want to shower moms with gifts. So do we spend as much on our moms as we do our dads? So over half of American adults say they are buying mom a gift for Mother's Day. That'll be an estimated $11 billion this year. That's about $100 per mom. Dads, on the other hand, they get the short end of the stick. A Finder survey says Americans spend $4 million less. That's about $60 or less per pop. So do we like spending more on mom than dad? How do we feel about this? As a mama, I'm giving it a 10. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. 10s across the board for me for giving moms a little bit of extra love. Miss Robyn, why you say give moms extra love?
Well, I definitely say give mom extra love. Like, moms do so much, and they are there for us. They nurture us. They are there for our emotional needs, and that's really, really hard, you know? So they definitely deserve a lot more, and they deserve to be pampered and spoiled.
On their day, I love that. Mr. Bell, what you say?
As a dad, I have absolutely no problem with showering mom with more.
Yes.
You know, traditionally in my family, even on Father's Day, I always tended to do a little more of what the kids wanted than me. As long as they're happy, I'm happy. But I'm perfectly on board with doing more for mom.
Come on, you better have the right answer. We're giving it 10s across the board for the mamas. Now this next one, y'all, caused quite the fuss on the internet here in South Louisiana. Let's take a quick look.
Look, if you ain't dusting, you ain't doing it right, okay? You got to take that dusting, get a nice dusting, you close that lid, it steams up, it all melts into that crawfish. You want flavor, you got to dust.
Dust is what it is. Dust is trash. You got to let them soak. You get that soak, get that good flavor. When you bust the tail open, all that juice come out the head. It's so good, it's magic, God.
Well, it's a debate that has had some Louisianians hot. To dust or not to dust your crawfish? That is the question. Now, it all started when the University of Louisiana Lafayette, aka ULL, posted a video of their dusted crawfish boil on Twitter. And out of all the boilers in Baton Rouge crawfish cook-off, only one person chose to dust their crawfish, with several others choosing to do it the quote-unquote traditional way. So do we like to dust crawfish? Yes or no?
No.
Hard chop? I'm giving it a 10 though. Okay, Mr. Bell, what you say?
Oh, it's hard because I've never tried it.
Okay, so I can take this kind of answer.
Yeah, so on the surface, I'm like, no. But I honestly can't answer it because I've never
You
tried it.
never tried it.
No.
See, that's what I like to hear. You never tried it.
No.
I'm telling y'all, I'm giving it a 10. That doesn't mean that your crawfish aren't seasoned and it's just like a little extra pixie dust, little Cajun dust on top. I promise it's good. You got to give it a try. So she's still looking at me like, girl, it's a no. It's a hard no.
No.
Why no? Why no?
Well, number one, you need to get the seasoning inside the food, and that
Okay.
happens while cooking.
Okay.
And two, you're putting dust on a shell, so you're gonna have to sit there and lick the shell to get anything off. So no.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna have to host a Love to Do 5 crawfish boil and dust it so that everybody can get a taste, because I promise you're gonna love it. I promise you're gonna love it. But that's okay. Again, make sure you stop by Cupcake Junkie. You will not be disappointed. Ms. Robyn, thank you for stopping by. And of course, photographics with the photo truck coming to you to take your photo, Mr. Nate Bell. Thank y'all so much for joining us today. It's been quite the pleasure. Well, with that, we will be right back. P.S. We've got something very special here in South Louisiana, and we want to visit each and every spot that showcases just how extraordinary both our culture and our people are and how it makes us all absolutely one of a kind. So tell us where we should go next, who we need to link up with next. Go like, follow, and share the Love 225 show across all social media. I'm Brandy B. Harris. Until next time, Love 225.